husband and I are quinceañera photographers, and I wanted to share just a few shots that we like to get on a quince day. Now, our style is a lot more documentary, so these are going to be pictures specifically from the event day, something that you don't typically see with quinceañera photography. I'm going to share Denise's quinceañera, so all of these images are going to be from her event day. Myself out of the way. So starting off with the getting ready portraits, we always like to do something a little bit creative. Obviously, this is a shot that a lot of people have gotten before with it being backlit, but just something a little bit creative to start off. Another thing that we like to do, we love using reflections. This is my husband's shot. This is her first communion picture, and then in the reflection, it's her getting ready. So this is all done in camera, a nice reflection shot. Our goal when we're doing pictures is to really tell the story of the day so that you can kind of get a feel of what it was like. Her grandma was reading the Bible, which I thought was really sweet, and so we wanted to get details of her hands because for us, photography should be something nostalgic, so we want people to look back at these images and think like, oh, that was my grandma, reading the Bible. We never want to have it super posed, so while we do add some posed pictures, a lot of them are going to be kind of like this, a feeling. Again, with the creative shots and reflections, we always love to add these to our sneak peeks list because they're just kind of fun. They're a little bit different. For most of our quinceañeras, we do a first look, one with her court and then one with her family, but she wanted to do one with everybody because she only had 2 damas. So this was their first look looking at the quinceañera. This is something that comes from the world of weddings, but we've kind of brought into quinceañeras because it's just the first time that her family gets to see her all dressed up in her big dress. It gets her really excited for the day, so this is always a really sweet image to get. Also from the first look, a picture with her sister. She was so happy to see her. She was so excited, and she was telling her how beautiful she looks. So this is a really beautiful, candid moment that we love to get. Of course, we have to do first looks with dad as well. This is also from the world of wedding. This is an image she can have, the first look with her dad at her quinceañera. And imagine, hopefully in like 10, 15 years, she can do another one, a first look with her dad on her wedding day. So why not do both? It's amazing, it's beautiful, and I just think it's so sweet. This was right outside of church. It was super windy on this day, even though it was kind of warm. It was really windy. We had her stand on top of a cement block and just told her to just look up into the sky and smile. It gives it kind of a editorial kind of vibe. Very fun, something kind of different so we could show off, what the day looked like. Our church shots, so we obviously do the more traditional ones. I'm showing you guys the pictures that we send as sneak peeks because they're like the ones that we are a little bit more creative with it. So this is her with the Virgin Mary, but this is just a shot that we got because there was a lot of compression with the 70-200, but she was looking up at the altar and just the Virgin Mary was in the back. This is also my husband's shot. He did a really good job with this one. Another sick shot that my husband got, this is the view from the altar, but from all the way down the aisle. It's gorgeous and it's beautiful. I'm going to get myself out of the way. So this is another really beautiful shot inside of the church. If you're a photographer and you were thinking of a shot that you can get with beautiful lighting, even though it's super sunny outside, right in between the doors, if you're leaving a church or the venue or a house, if you open the door and have them stand right in the doorway, beautiful even lighting. This is an example of that, and it was really nice. So just a classic portrait for this one. Another portrait. These are the portraits that we do at the park. This is always just kind of a fast shot that we get. We just do a little bit of dramatic lighting. We're shooting through some roses, but gorgeous. A creative angle of the first dance with her mom. All of these pictures are going to be really emotional because this is obviously a really emotional part of the day. So obviously we're going to get the classic picture, but then we'll mix it up a little bit, add some phones. This is a fun way to kind of frame the people in the shot. I think this is my favorite shot from the entire night. This photo was during the end of the traditions. The whole family got together. It was really sweet. All of her siblings, her parents, and they just created this big circle and they were just smiling and having a lot of fun. And we were able to get a shot from overhead, and this is the shot that we got. It just has a lot of feeling and emotions in it, and it's probably my favorite shot of the night. There's always lots and lots of emotions during the slideshow portion. This is when we love to get pictures of the family members and the reactions to it. A lot of crying, and it's always really beautiful to document that. This is an image from her surprise dance, so this is kind of like a traditional shot that you'd get, right? So that you could see the entire, what's going on, But then I'm going to show you guys the more creative version of this. A ton of our photos are landscapes. Sorry, it's not optimal for TikTok or anything, but if you were able to zoom into this, you can see that she is dancing in her surprise dances right after she took off the skirt and she had jeans underneath. So this is taking a few steps back and seeing what everybody else sees. So if you were able to zoom in, you can see her in everybody's phone, and then you can also see that she's in focus in this shot. So this is just like a cool, creative way of being able to document something like the surprise dance. We always love getting pictures of people, celebrating, having fun afterwards. If you know Latin party, Mexican parties, it gets crazy once the tequila starts going, so we always like to have a lot of fun getting those pictures with all of the older siblings and the uncles and the parents having a lot of fun afterwards. So this is one example of that. Another image that I really loved for the day, she was doing some touch-ups. This is a candid moment. This is not planned. She was actually using it to do a touch-up. But yeah, these are the types of images that we like to get, a little bit more like documentary style. Obviously we have some formal portraits in there, but I just wanted to show you guys what we do, some sneak peeks of Denise's quinceañera. If you do want to see these images that we took, definitely check out our Instagram because I post these images so you can zoom in and do all that good stuff. But if you want more videos like this where I'm breaking down some of our sneak peeks or just showing our sneak peeks in general, kind of explaining the process behind it, please let us know. And yeah, I hope that you liked Denise's sneak peeks.